Oh, that is right. Welcome to episode 2 of Footium in the States,
Oh
baby.
my God, we're so official.
Yeah, I totally forgot that we needed an intro video before we did the first episode. As we were starting to kick it off, I was like, oh my Lord, there's no intro video. But now there is. Welcome to Footium in the States, episode 2. I got Chrissy, I'm Les Card Guy here with me. And we're going to get into some Footium. Season 3 is almost over, dude. This is our first season, almost coming to an end.
Yeah,
There was a lot of learning,
there were
definitely a lot of
shenanigans.
learning.
A lot of
There's
shenanigans.
a whole lot of shenanigans, but hey, since the last time we met, things turned around a little bit. All right.
Oh,
The,
okay.
the hole we dug might have been a little too deep, but whatever,
Yeah.
we'll get into that. But I figured, hey, we're gonna look over our teams, see what's going on at the end of the season, see if any of our teams have a chance, and then maybe start a little off-season discussion and take some of the things that we learn now or we know now, and then maybe start to try to apply those to the next season moving forward. So yeah, shout out to everybody who's watching on X. By the way, this will be live on YouTube eventually. I got to work on that. And two, if you are watching on X, you can go ahead and leave a comment. We'll see it live on the chat and you'll be able to hang out and participate. So yeah,
Interact with us. Tell us how
interact.
stupid we are.
Yes. Tell us how everything we're saying is completely wrong and we don't know what the heck we're doing.
Wrong.
Just
Wrong.
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 Anyway,
Okay.
but Chris, how the
Yeah.
heck are you doing? How's your team doing?
Man, the squad, they put up a really good fight. We went to Southton. We were in it for a long time, about 70 minutes, down 2-1, put it on attacking, had to go for a goal, end up losing 5-1. The Farkin game at the end, couldn't pull it out either. I think we lost I don't even remember what the score was. That one wasn't as close. I think it was like 2-0, 3-0, but I didn't even try to put it on attacking because I was like, nah, this game's over. So we couldn't catch either of the two big dogs for promotion, which was a little bit sad. Soughton and Farkand had an absolutely epic battle where they drew 6-6 in the game. So it ends up working out for Farkand because they get the goal differential, so they're going to end up winning the league, assuming that they hold on tomorrow. Soughton obviously comes in second and gets the promotion. We are in third, and we actually play Heighton next. So we got a little battle for third place, a little third place playoff game, if you will, for that third place prize money. So I'm excited about tomorrow. I kind of at the beginning of the week gave up the ghost on promotion and just said, you know what? Screw it. I'm going to get my guys as ready as I possibly can for next year. So I focused a lot on training and basically tired them out completely. You can see how bad it has gotten at points. Pretty much everybody is in the red. And then, I left a few guys that I wasn't playing or training because they're older or they're already at max potential or something like that. So those are the guys that I played today because it actually got to a point where lost a couple games. So I needed to win to make sure that I could still hold on to my destiny for third.
Ooh, almost got caught slipping.
We might still slip, to be fair, because Heighton's a good team. They may just beat us straight up and we may slip to fourth, but I still think it's worth it to be able to put into next year and grab a little bit more rating for some of these younger guys. My plan the last couple of days is just take some of these guys and just continue to train them as they hit 45%, and just keep going from there. So, tough season with two teams that we were never really going to catch, two full-on Division 7 40-plus player teams that they're just good, right? Like we're never competing with this. So I'm really happy with season 1. I think, to be fair, I mean, I know it's season 3, but season 1 for me. To be fair, I think I was maybe a little bit wrong on playing those computer generated people in order to save some stamina, because I don't think that stamina is the thing that really caps you. I think it's available minutes long term. So I think in the short term, stamina is obviously the thing that caps you. Like, I can't trade more players now because their stamina is not high enough.
Right.
But eventually, once I've gotten everybody trained, the thing that's really going to take a long time is actually just getting all the potential unlocked. So what I really focused on this last week was playing guys, making sure that they got their minutes in. I basically got an extra point unlocked on most of the guys over this last week.
Right.
I went through like the available minutes it takes to unlock a point versus the available minutes in a season. Even if you play a guy every single game, I think you're only unlocking like 5 points per season. So if you have a guy that's got like a 20-point potential, you need 4 full seasons of playing him every single game to unlock that, to even start to train him, right?
And that's almost impossible with stamina too. You're gonna have to rotate them.
Exactly. You have to rotate. So realistically, you're probably unlocking, even if you're hyper focused on a guy, you're probably unlocking about 3 potential per season. So it's going to take like 5 years to get these guys to really unlock their full potential. So that's what I started focusing on this last week. Obviously, still trying to max, the guys that still have some training points available. Trying to get those guys into training. I'm not really worried about the stamina at this point. So yeah, I think it's I don't even know if having like a bigger team would really help that much, because I think the more players you have, the less minutes you have for each player to be able to unlock them. So I think that even doesn't really help you that much, to be fair. So,
but that's where buying the older players would come in handy, no? With like already a little bit more of that potential unlocked. So you have like an even balance
If
of
you're trying to
win.
If you're trying to win, definitely those older guys that are already up to their potential, you can get them for a little bit cheaper, and you can kind of win. But I think like the hard part is you have to play the young guys. Like you can't just have them on the roster. Like they have to physically be in the game. So like I benched a lot of my 30 and 31 year olds. I didn't play them at all for the last week.
Because what's the
point?
They
recovered stamina like crazy, but like what's the point? I can't unlock anything else on them.
Yeah.
Like I can train them up to their full potential, but like once they hit that, all I'm doing really is using them like I used them today. And like, I have to win this game. I want guys that are as rested as possible. So I use the older guys today. And it did end up working out. We won 2-1 against the 6th place team in the league. So definitely not one of the pushover games. So yeah, I think the older guys almost are a hindrance, because it's almost better to just be a shitty team and just play your young guys, I think it's a balance. You got to balance it, obviously, but
yeah, because now I'm thinking, so like what, players retire at 32, so essentially you want to pick up. See, because that doesn't make sense, because then essentially you would think the 25-year-olds with a little bit of boost, or at least you still have that 5-year window, and then still get 2 seasons out of them at max. Like if you're saying it takes about like 5 seasons to like max their potential, like it feels like they should be a little bit more expensive, right?
Because 31 is the
okay.
So you only get one
their
season.
32 season and then they cut off.
No. It's 31 and then cut off.
I thought
once they turn 32.
Come on, players still play at 32. What are we doing?
Dude, I can't wait till I turn 32 in like a year. and I'm going to come on here and be like, I'm done. I'm retiring from Footium. It's over. The run was great, but I came in too late now.
We don't have age
I mean,
minimums,
I think that's why you
see
that big price drop at like 25, because it's going to take probably 4 years to get them to where they are maxed.
And then you only get
so if you get a 23-year-old, it's a lot better than a 25-year-old, because you're going to get those 2-3 seasons of like full max potential. Now, some of that can be mitigated because other managers are training them. So like if you find a 25-year-old that's halfway up the ladder already, then you only need maybe 2 seasons, 2.5 seasons, 3 seasons, something like that. So that makes more sense. So I think there is an undertapped market in that like mid-range guy, where the mid-range guys are basically the same price as the old guys, and the old guys are worthless. But the mid-range guys have some value, at least for a few seasons. So I think that like 24, 25, 26 range is the really undervalued one, because everybody wants the 17-year-old.
Right, of course. For longevity.
But realistically, for longevity, but like realistically, you're kind of forcing yourself to play those players. Like if you're going to buy a 17-year-old with 20 potential points, you have to play them in order to unlock the 20 potential points.
Right.
Otherwise, you're screwing yourself long term. Yeah. So,
or you could be like Thomas. You could be like Thomas last week, who bought a second team and is going to use that as the academy so he can, hey,
Yeah.
chuck those young guys in, let them train, like whatever, not expecting much, and then have his first team firing on all cylinders on the top
Yeah.
and then rotating in and out.
I think it's a 50-50 for me. Even having two teams, I think it would be probably a 50-50 in the top team and then a full academy team on the bottom team.
Yeah.
Because I think I just don't like, at least with me, my academy kids are like the same overall as my older guys. So like, it doesn't really hurt me to play the academy kids, you know?
Right. But we're also at the bottom of the division pool as we go up.
True.
That's not necessarily
It's
going to be the
gonna
case.
get harder. It's gonna get harder for sure.
And that's kind of what I'm thinking about too. It's because like obviously team wasn't great. I barely had enough guys to train anybody. Period. All right.
Throw your team
baby
up here.
steps. Baby steps. But what's it called? Because I'm thinking, because obviously I definitely have to make some moves this offseason.
Yeah.
Having no center back depth really killed me. Because my center backs, my only two decent center backs have just been low stamina and just basically dead. So I'm conceding goals at massive rates, which isn't great. Our attack's okay. I did buy 4 academy players from the last time. Okay. But a left back, a right back. I bought the 50 center forward and then a left winger or a right winger, I think, or a right mid. They've all been firing on all cylinders. The moment we made that, went on a 3-game winning streak, we were chilling. Nice. We were flying. And then I didn't notice it at the end of the season. We had to play all the big boys up top. And then, everybody was like 90 stamina, full teams.
They're all competing they're all competing to get up. So they're all trying to like trash you.
But I mean, what? I had 16 points last week when we did this show.
That's not bad.
Yeah, I still finished 6th. A little late run at it. Newton Rangers, we were starting to catch up. The first 2 games, I think they dropped, and I was like, oh baby, we're catching up. We were within I think 7 points, and then they kind of just started winning again, and it was just
turned it back on,
and we started losing, and it was a bad time. So, but
so
I definitely
let's compare your roster and my roster, right?
Oh no,
what's the rating difference? Because I've been focused on training all year long, and I just want to see what. Because I'm sure we got fairly similar teams to start, right?
Right.
So yeah, it's a fairly big difference. You have 132, couple 29s. I have mostly 30s in the start. This is a big difference of training, right?
Yeah.
And almost everybody on my team is at least a 28.
Most of mine.
So training is really, really important. I actually have 2 more players that I bought after the transfer window because they were good deals.
Right.
So I'm going to add a couple more. I've got academy kids next year that I'm going to probably add 3 or 4 or 5 of those. So we may sell 1 or 2, but I think I'm going to run about 27, 28 players probably next year. But I think honestly, I think you can be okay with not even making signings on the transfer window unless you have a very specific need. I think you can be okay with just add 3 players every offseason from the academy and just churn over time. You know what I mean?
So I kind of was looking at that. I was thinking about just sticking to my academy, almost just going that route. We're just feeding that. And then maybe because the ones that I bought were good players were also filling holes. But then the last 3, there's 3 left, 4, 3, something like that. I thought about okay, do I just pick them up? But then their ratings, their max, they're just low 40s players. Their maximum potential just really isn't there. So it almost felt like a waste of money. I felt like that money that I could spend on those academy kids that already didn't have potential that everybody else was going to see on the market and go, I was I'd rather just spend that on the open market and then kind of go from there. Then I have to think, okay, should I just bring in that solid, aged player, that 25-year-old who already has potential, all that stuff in there just to get my team going and then worry about the academy, or just wait and see what the academy has. And if I could fill a couple more holes, just run it that way. But then again, I don't know, when do we get the new crop of academy players? Do we know?
I think it's either when the next season starts, or I think it's when the next season starts,
for the next preseason, off season kind of.
Yeah. I think it's when the next season starts. So, but just to put in perspective, you're talking about some of these guys that are max 40. I put on maximum 40, right? And then just the age range 16 to 18. Basically, nobody here under .003. Depending on the position, And you're talking about, I mean, he's what, a max 40? He's a max 41 as a winger. So like this guy should be one of the least valuable people on the entire market.
Right.
Um,
I mean, it's selling for what
but
we get it for the
depending,
academy player.
but depending on the position though,
True.
it like 0.05, like this looks like the cheapest center back. So if it's a center back, you can mint them and just throw them up underneath this, right? Like he's a max 41. So even if it's low 40s, it still might be worth minting and then selling. It depends again on the position. Like sometimes it's not, but
All right. So I have a 46 defensive mid
see, I
slash
feel
center back.
like
Like right here.
let's
So
look-
this is what I have left in my academy right now. So it's like mid 40s kind of ish,
a
give or
DM
take.
center back, yeah.
And it's like, do I get these? Do I try to move them on to then fund my incoming transfers? Like, do I use them for now and then see what I get in my academy and then decide from there? Or can I find a better center back for around the same, if not a little bit more? Take me to
So-
center backs over here.
Defensive mid. This is the entire age range, right?
Okay.
So he is a max 47 at 0.0058.
No snap.
He's the cheapest one. So, I mean, could you mint and sell for 0.005? Probably. This is also like a smaller
Oh, he's
sample.
also Mexican with a mustache. I kind of want to buy him.
there you go.
Dude.
Just offer a trade. Can you offer a trade? Is that a thing? Mint mine, and then I'll trade you mine for yours. No, but like this is like the cheapest defensive mid. So like defensive mid for a mid 40s defensive mid, I think you're probably better off minting and even just flipping if you don't want them in your team.
Right. I mean, I can definitely use anybody. I need bodies, bro.
I need bodies.
I need bodies on this squad ASAP.
But yeah, I mean, if you take the ages, right? Instead of going 16, you go like 22 or 26. Then you're like super, super cheap, right? And this
Right.
guy is not nearly as good. But even doing
So there really is a premium on these super young guys.
oh, for sure. Where's the freaking I don't want rating range. I want max like rating range. Potential range. There we go. So even like a mid 40s DM at 26 is 0.004. It's like that's 30% discount. And he's a 41ish. So like he's definitely not nearly as good. So like you can find guys that are much cheaper. Like you could just take your DM, sell him, and then buy one of these guys. And now you're not with a mid 20s guy that you got to train for 2 years to get to this spot. You're taking profit and then grabbing one of these guys. True, you can't use them for as long, but you can use these guys. And
But that's what I'm saying. If it's
it'll be
almost the
better
same
for your
price,
team.
wouldn't I just not buy the academy player, skip those extra steps, and then just buy him off the market?
Well, if you want to fund more money, though. But I'm saying like if you mint the academy player and then sell him, you can take that profit and go buy one of these guys.
If there's profit.
There's definitely profit on it. It's probably like 0.002 or something.
Yeah, I
So,
mean
like, you
they're all
wouldn't fully be
mid
able to-
40s.
You wouldn't fully be able to buy one of these guys, but it depends on the position. Like
Yeah,
position,
they're all
matters a
basically
lot.
46s.
So the wingers I wouldn't take, but the DM I probably would.
Yeah, because you were saying that there's just an abundance of like wingers, right? Like outside mids.
Yeah. So this is DMs, right? 0.004 is the lowest one. If we go to wingers, 0.0015 is the lowest one. So it's like it's what 60% cheaper as a winger.
Yeah.
So it's a lot. It's a big difference.
So buy
That's
the
why
defensive mid.
That's why I'm playing a lot of wingers because they're so damn cheap
yeah,
that I can buy a good one and it's not that expensive, you know?
Interesting. Oh, you know what else I need? Goalkeepers. I need at least like another goalkeeper. Because my goalkeeper is also very low on stamina and I can't swap him out and rotate him.
You only have one goalkeeper?
Yeah, I only have one goalkeeper.
Oof. I have
Yeah, we're
two, and
doing great over
I'm buying a third.
there.
I'm buying a third.
I'm
Well,
learning by doing, okay?
not I'm buying a third. I've already bought a third. I just can't register him until the season's
These are
over.
things that I'm noticing as I'm playing from the ground up, okay? We're going with the motions. We're not reading the strategy guides. We're not looking at tips and tricks other than these awfully wonderful conversations that we're having. Um these are how I'm learning, talking to my homies. Shout out to anybody who's watching this right now. Shout out to all of you that are watching this right now.
Yeah, drop us a comment. Tell us how stupid we are. Tell
Yes.
us
And
why
also
we're messing things up. It's
let us
great.
know if you want to hop on the show. We're always
Yeah,
down for new guests. I was gonna say that at the beginning and I forgot. It's okay. I'm saying it now for all you wonderful people listening. All right, who's this Miguel Rodriguez guy? Why are you showing him to me?
I just picked him up. 20 years old, right?
Ooh.
Max like 42. So like he's not gonna be great. He's gonna roll into something. I didn't pay almost anything for him though.
Yeah.
But like he'll be somebody that I can kind of develop into a decent goalkeeper. Goalkeepers don't seem to be like a super premium, but they're also not the cheapest position. It's like they're sort of below average, middle of the road type of cost, is at least what I'm seeing.
So what's the
Um,
most expensive position then? Like center forward?
I'm thinking center mid.
Center mid.
Um, yeah, I can find some DMs sometimes and some attacking mids, but it's been hard to find like true center mid. Center forward is another one, and center back is another one. That I think those three are kind of the most expensive ones.
Yeah.
But I think center
Great. All
forward
the
is
ones I
probably
need. Love it.
second. Probably center forward is second.
All the positions I need to fill. Just keep
Yeah,
telling me how they're a
only
little
the
bit more
important
premium.
stuff in an actual team. That I mean, who cares about wingers? You know, they don't really
Yeah.
affect the game that much.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be interesting to go through next season. There's a lot that we don't know, as far as at least I don't know. So maybe somebody in the comments can help us out and like tell us. But um, does stamina reset at the end of the year? I don't know. I don't. Does it like? Is it like 5 days between the seasons and like everybody just naturally resets? Can you train in the off season? I don't know these questions. So I'm just going to deplete my team and assume that I'm going to get the resource back at the end. So yeah, everybody's going to be in dead red.
So at this point,
We
our season
also
is over.
we got 2 people suspended from the last game. That was bad.
Oh,
'Cause
dude, I had 3 dudes suspended.
I don't
in
have
1 weekend.
replacements. I've been killing all of my guys, so I don't have replacements. Ismael Pereira, look at this. This poor man, 31 years old, gets suspended for his last game as a professional. He's gonna have to drop down.
See, this is why we have Thomas on these shows. What's
You
up,
can't
Thomas?
train, but you go back to 100%. Okay, so that's helpful.
Yeah, can't train. Definitely. Oh, a Mike passing in the chat. Moonlighters.
Ooh.
Oh, Mike Baston. Good to see you, buddy. Sorry we're not talking sober, but I'm.
It'd be fun if we could do like, you could train like a couple people during the quote unquote off season, because like people train
send them out
during
on
the
loan.
off-season,
You
yeah?
know. Yeah, send them out on loan.
A
Little weight room.
loan system would be fun too.
Because
You could you could get guys from like the top divisions, and you could play them and unlock their potential for the higher team. But like you'd have a better guy, so like it would work out well for both. You know, that'd be fun. Actually, that'd be a good idea.
a little loan system.
See, why aren't we making decisions?
Because things would probably be worse.
Much
Well, maybe
worse.
for me. Everybody needs a Chris on their team. That's why Chris is on our team. Okay, he handles the logistics. I just come on here and just spew nonsense, and it works out.
I just yap. Loan system is owned 2 clubs.
Yeah. Well,
That's
we're all
funny.
not money bags like you. Okay. All right. Oh, that sounds like another game I've heard of. Who? Uh-oh. Mike Baston going to get us in trouble. So what should I do here at the end of the season here? Should I just keep running my main guy? Should I just rotate and get
your
some
games
training?
your games don't matter.
Yeah, they don't really matter.
So don't like I wouldn't bother with like actually setting a real lineup. What I would do is figure out who are the guys you need to unlock their like potential, play those guys regardless of how high their stamina is. It doesn't matter if you're playing 21% stamina. And then everybody else that's not in the starting lineup for that last game, just like train everybody.
Yeah. Basically what I have it. So like,
Use
obviously I have some suspensions right now, so it's like a little difficult. But basically I picked all the best guys that I have, and there's like 2 that are just terrible. So I've just been playing everybody that I can, basically, that I want to keep playing and want to keep, and then training like the 1 or 2 that I have that are decent, and then the other 2 are just sitting there. And I guess
honestly,
I'll try to
I
sell
would
them.
say during the off or during the like at night, I would also train the guys in your starting lineup because like the stamina doesn't matter. So as long as you're above 45%, you can train. So as long as they're done by the time the game actually kicks off, then you can train them. Doesn't matter what their stamina drops to, and then they play the game, and then they get the minutes and they get trained. So you can do that too.
Wait, nobody told me that.
Yeah,
I would have
I
been doing
can't
that
do
the whole
that.
time.
I can't do that because I need the guys in my starting lineup to actually be like high stamina so they play well so that I win third place and I get the prize money. I need that. I need that prize money. So I'm gonna sign all the academy kids next year. Ain't got no money in the bank anymore. So I used all my bank money.
They paid down to what, 5th, something like that.
5th, yeah, but 3rd is definitely a good chunk more than 4th. So I don't know exactly.
They just posted the prize pools, didn't they, on Twitter? Something like that.
Yeah, they're out. They've been out. Yeah, so it's 0-1-2 as opposed to 0-1 basically 8. So it's a good bit more. It's an extra. It's an extra academy player more. Like I could decide 1 more academy player if I win.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
No, it's honestly like it's just such a cool little way to farm ETH. Like for what it's worth, whether you're into the blockchain or you like Football Manager or whatever, like it's kind of like a nice little cheeky way to like, hey, we're doing something fun. We're trying new things, exploring the next frontier of technology.
As long as you're good and you don't finish in 6th. You ain't farming no ETH out there, my guy.
You know what? I'm farming a good time. All right.
I'm farming a good time.
I'm having a great time, dude. No, because like, dude, I'm just the type of person like I have to learn things the hard way. Okay, like I can't just like you can't tell me how to do it. I'm gonna go do it. No, I gotta get my hands dirty. I gotta get up in there and I gotta do it the hard way. So I knew this season wasn't gonna go great. I'm learning as I go. There's a lot of things. I have a plan. There's a strategy. There are ideas. I have looked. I've paid attention to who's staying, who's leaving. All right, I gave everybody a fair shot. Everybody started on square one. A lot of them are on square like negative 100, so they gotta go.
They've all gone backwards.
You've all regressed. How dare you?
It was reverse training with Jorge.
No. Yeah, I'm where you go when you want to learn how not to do things. All right, I'm really good at that because I'll learn all the ways not to while getting to the ways to do. All right. I take the scenic route. All right, that's what it is.
Man, hey, sometimes you got to go through it to know.
Dude, it's not about optimization. It's just about vibes. Okay. All right. All you data nerds out here. All right. All you nerds on the blockchain. It's fine. Yeah. I really need center backs.
Can I just say, I can't wait till next season when the 2 best teams are gone. And like, yeah, we're going to get somebody down from Division 7. But like, hopefully they're just bad. Right? Hopefully they're just completely off. And then,
I mean, if they're getting relegated from,
I should just dominate this whole league next year, right? Like,
I mean, if you're
nobody held a candle to me.
Yeah, and how many points are you ahead of the next guy?
Well, I was 7. Like my real lead was 7, and then I lost 2 games that just because I was like resting guys or like not resting guys. So like some of those games, if I had wanted to play a real team, I should be like 16-1-2 or 18-1-2, I should say. So like I was never gonna catch these 2,
but you were in amongst it.
I'm close. I just couldn't beat either of these 2. I beat Southon once. I am the only team that beat Southon. Southon beat Farkin, and then they tied once, and then Farkin drew against I think Highton actually. I think they got a draw against one of these top teams, but. We beat them the first time, and then we haven't played them the second time. And then we beat them twice. And then I dropped some points against these bad teams because, I decided not to like who cares if I finished third if I had 54 points or if I have 49 points? Like, who cares? It's all
I
third.
definitely
It's the same prize either way.
I definitely like crazy rotated for the 12th place team in the league. And I was like, dude, there's no way. I was like, we were on a 3-game winning streak. We were on fire, dude. I was like, all right, we're gonna rotate a little bit. All right, we're gonna take it easy because I knew I had the 2 top team. Dude, we got smoked. But like the worst team in the league. And I was,
Boy,
bro, I was
how?
like, dude, come on.
How?
Dude, I don't like listen, my starting 11, okay. They're okay. Okay, they're fine. All right. They're playable now. Now they're fine. But yeah, you want me to rotate some of them out? We're just back to the bottom of the barrel. And it was oh dude, it was so funny. I was just sitting here watching it, and it was like they scored 2 goals. I was like, okay, great. And then we got one back, and I was like, baby, let's go. And then it was all downhill from there.
Playing against the top team, and it just is not gonna go well, like, ever. Yeah.
That it's was so defeated.
It was bad. It was really bad. I was not happy.
Yeah. Dude, those top teams are no joke. Like I was watching, and I was like, oh my god!
Tough.
Like looking at their teams, it's like all green, 90% stamina. I was like, this is the end of the season. How the heck are all your players like 90% stamina?
Yeah, it's really not fair.
But like you're saying, we stay.
But they have a lot of players. They have a lot of players.
Assuming that'll start to be us within the next season or two, where I feel like that's the progression of things. You get in, you're like, what the heck is going on? Then you're like, oh, now I know what's going on, and maybe we overcompensate the other way and end up with like 100 players in our gathering. Whatever. No big deal.
I don't want to add more. Like, I'm not gonna go buy anybody off the transfer market. I'm gonna have the academy players and then probably sell like 2 or 3 players, to be fair, because I think I'm a little oversaturated. And then like I'm pretty good at where I am right now. The only reason I'd add like to 40 is if I was legitimately going to buy a second team. And then I would like add 40 to 1 team so that I could split it into 2020 and then off you go, you know? But I really don't think I'm going to like buy that many players, to be fair. I think this is going to be a really nice like cash flow, just like mint the academy guys, sell one, and then like just keep the ETH, you know?
So what's it going to take? So like in that process, like what are you going to be your parameters for whether you keep a player or not? Like, have you decided already?
I have a feeling that I'm going to get academy players. I'm going to get like the top academy player. And unless he's in a position that I just desperately need, I'm probably going to sell the top academy player. Right? Because like realistically, my team is never going to need a 55. Like maybe we get to like Division 6. Maybe we get to Division 6 or some point, but like we're never going to need a 55. So like let's just sell that guy, maybe sell like 2 of them, and then kind of keep some of the like lower ones that'll build into like low 50s, mid 40s type of guys. Be able to start training those guys up, you know, sell on some of the you know, players that those guys replace. And then just like continue, like I'm gonna try to keep the same level. So like if I'm adding an academy player, I'm probably gonna sell the guy that he replaces, you know,
right?
And just continue to keep the team young, so that we're constantly refreshing everything. And it's basically just a selling team that just constantly sells everything.
But then you're not getting all the potential. You're just like you're never gonna get to the top.
Potential. I'm still getting potential. I'm still like. I have all the young guys.
Selling everybody before they get max.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna sell guys when they have a lot of value, to be fair. So, yeah, I'm never gonna have probably the best team, but I am gonna be able to churn money quickly. I am not trying to be Manchester United. I'm trying to be Everton. You know, like if we're just fighting relegation every year, but we're staying up and we're selling a bunch of guys. You know, like we're the Philly Union. You know, we're the Philly Union. We're just going to sell everybody to Europe, and it'll be fine. It'll be great. And then we'll fire me at the end of 2024. It'll be great. And yes, I just compared myself with one of the greatest men in American history, Jim Curtin,
who still doesn't have a job in Major League Soccer, by the way,
which is an absolute travesty.
Wild.
I'm going to start a little league team just so I can hire Jim Curtin to be the coach of it.
There you go. I like where your head's at, Chris.
Smart.
There was something else I wanted to talk to you about. I don't remember what it was. I like had it, and then you went on this great tangent about
Dude,
how I
I just
refuse to
go
sign
off.
all these players.
I
And
just go
then,
off on stuff, man. I don't know what to tell you.
yeah, I
It's
just
fine.
blindly followed you, and now just like I don't even know where I was
It's
going
fine.
with it.
It's fine. It's fine. Oh well.
I need
Yeah,
I
that's what
need a
I'm
lot of
doing.
help.
I'm just
I'm
doing some
excited for
training.
season 4. I'm not gonna lie.
Are you
I'm
gonna make
excited for season 4.
signings? Are you gonna make signings?
Oh, I am. Yeah. I definitely am.
Yeah.
I just went after like the best academy people that I needed. And then I was like, all right, pause, another pause. All right, and then we're gonna regroup. We're gonna figure out what we need. Definitely goalkeeper, center backs. Probably another like center mid, like a decent one. Yeah, I think I should be okay. Maybe some. I need one of it. I need another one of everything, basically.
Need
Basically,
another
the
one
way.
of everything.
Yes. Well, maybe not center forwards. I'm okay with like center forwards.
No.
But it's like I just don't have depth. Like my
Can
thing
we
is like I
trade?
need depth.
Can we
I
trade?
need
Because I have a backup goalkeeper that I no longer want. I'm
no.
about to have 3 goalkeepers.
Why are you getting rid of them?
Because I'm gonna have 3 goalkeepers, and I don't need 3. I just need 2.
Why'd you buy the third one? What's wrong with the
I
one you're trying to
didn't.
give me?
I didn't. I started with 2, and I just added a third one because he was too good a price, and he's
Wait, you
better
started
than
with
my.
2?
I did start with 2. Yeah,
What?
I did. I did start with 2.
Yo,
But I added a third one because he was too good a price. He was a
this was
great
rigged
value.
from the beginning.
He was a great value, and he was better than my backup currently. And my backup currently is like hitting his max potentials. Like there's nothing I can do, you know?
Fair. Yeah, no,
So
my thing is like I
yeah,
just need depth because as soon as I try to take one guy out or try to rest him, it's just like, yeah, the floor just falls out from under him real
it
quick.
doesn't work well.
No, it does
Yeah.
not. And like I'm not saying I want to load up, but like I should probably get rid of most of these and then swap and something. I have too many young guys. I think that's the problem too. I have too many
Too many
young
young guys
guys
is
with no
not
much
that bad
potential.
though. Too many young guys is
Even
not
when I'm
bad
trying to win
because you can. Well, okay,
because they're just not good enough yet. I'm getting
It's bad.
smoked out here, dude.
It's bad if you want to win. That's true.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like I'm more of a trader just by trade. Ha. So it's like I almost want to take.
Good one.
Ha. I tried real hard on that one. I almost like I like your approach. You're like just churn and burn, just do okay. Maybe you find yourself in the money, but then you're like just constantly churning the club. But I'm just like at the same time, like I want to win. I just want to win it all. Like I want the best squad ever. Like this sucks.
But here's the problem: if you
Started
win
at the bottom, don't want to be here no more.
If you win, then it gets harder. Like I don't want to win because I don't want it to get harder. I don't want it to get harder. Like
that's my thing. If I'm
I
not
want to
challenged,
stay in
I'm
my
bored.
D8 and just like continue to churn out my little ETH profit. No, I do want to get to like D7, maybe like 6 or 5. But like I feel like above 5, you're gonna have to really buy players to outcompete some of these teams. So yeah, I'm not gonna like I'm never gonna get to D1. I'm not gonna get to D2 or D3 either. Like
no, I definitely
happening. Like there's rares. Did you look at the rares?
So I haven't looked yet, but what is it? One of the Footium creator guys just released like the 5-minute like intro to Footium, which everybody should go watch. An Irish guy. It was great video. I was watching that and like going through like all the information that he was putting out there. And then he kind of went through that tier progression and like the pricing and each like thing. And like I didn't really think about it. Where I was like, oh, I want to get to the top. And I was like, yeah, sure, going up scarcities, whatever, rare, whatever. But then I started seeing the prices. I was like, oh yeah, that's not for me, dog. I was like, whoa.
Cheapest rare player is $750 on the market right now. The cheapest one. At least when I looked a couple days ago. I don't know if that's still the same.
But... Yo, shout out to Jay Blaze in the chat. Cam Thomas fan club who DMP'd on me last weekend, but whatever, it is cool. We love Jay Blaze.
Hey Jay Blaze.
It's tough out here, man. It is tough.
So what division do you think you can realistically get to? Mark it down like right now, your club 5 seasons from now, 10 seasons from now, when you've hit like equilibrium.
What's like right before rare 6? Like Division 6, Division 5?
No clue. I'm assuming rares are like the top like maybe 2 or 3 divisions.
Yeah.
But
I don't
yeah.
I mean, depending on where like the big increase And like, but then at the same time, like, if you're say, how much do you win in Division 5 or Division 6? Let's say 6 for now. The goal is 6. All right, I don't want to just go up to 7. It's not. No, we're going to 6, baby. We are definitely going to 6. Like, what's the payout at 6? Because depending on that, like, if you win a season in Div 6, I mean, that could really take you to the next level.
0.12.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
Even just 5th is like, it's still good money. Like, let's check this team. You know, let's check and see how good this goes. Of course, it won't load.
of course not.
Love that.
Yeah, what does it take to win Division 6? That's what we need to know.
Really not that good a team. Oh, he's got 1 rare player.
One rare.
All right, so he's got 1 rare and then kind of a mid-40s team, really. That's kind of interesting.
So those bronze cards, can we use them in Division 8 or no?
Yeah, I think you can use any card you want, right? I don't think there's.
I guess I didn't know.
I don't think there's any like restriction. So yeah, so this team finished 2nd. He's just got some high 40s guys.
Wait,
Like
so how much are bronze cards?
I feel like you could get to this level just by like maxing the potential of the current guys that you have. I feel like you could have kind of like this much depth, you know? Like I don't think you'd have to really invest that much to get this kind of a team.
Yeah, but what's the max potential on those bronze cards, though, is the question.
So this one goes to
70?
like mid-60s.
Yeah.
Yeah, 44, so 63.
So what's the price difference between the bronzes and the commons then, like price wise? That's right. Jay Blaze, the MFL player. What is the entry cost for Footium?
You got to buy a club and then you got to buy a team of players. So club is like 160 and then the players are, you probably need like 320 maybe to put together a decent team, roughly. I don't know. I'm throwing a number out there.
I'd say yeah, because like clubs
I
are
don't
like
really
what,
have that much
a
idea.
little under 200, and then at least academy players are like 10. So you're looking at like 10 per player, 11, 110. Yeah, about like 300 ish, probably, give or take. But obviously, I mean Jay Blaze is a winner, so he's gonna want to go big.
Jay Blaze is a winner.
Jay Blaze is a winner.
Yeah. Well, you can also, if you buy into a team, you can probably buy a team in Division 6. All right, so
That's
these
true.
guys are all mid 40s ish. I didn't really sort by potential or anything. I just threw some of these up. So this guy looks super underpriced, although he's a winger. But yeah, I mean, these bronze players looks like they're probably like 0.01 ish, roughly, and up.
Just like what, 50, 60 bucks ish?
Yeah.
0.01 right now. Something around there, right?
I think it's like 3,000. So I think it's like $30. Yeah. Actually,
I don't.
it should tell us. Yeah, 33.
Oh, 30 bucks.
But $30 per player, and you have to continue to have those players.
Yeah, that adds up.
It will add up very quickly. But like these guys, like this dude is just a normal bronze or common academy player that has just got his potential maxed out. So like you can get these guys out of the academy and then just wait like 5 years, you know? You don't have to buy them.
But I want to win now, Chris.
If you want to win now, then you got to pay. You got to pay up.
Thinking about it. I'm thinking about it.
To be fair, this is also season 3.
Yeah.
So a lot of teams are probably like, oh, we're going to win in 5 years. And then in 5 years, it will be much harder to actually to win because everybody will be better. Yeah. So maybe not the best idea to wait. Maybe it is a good idea to like get promoted quickly. But
yeah, I mean, it's tough to tell. It's early days. Obviously, the game's already fun as it is. Like, there's definitely something there.
it is kind of fun.
It's scratching my competitive itch. Like, I need to be better. The only way to spend my money, so I'm gonna spend money. That's actually, hey, we came full circle. I finally reminded what I was gonna ask you about earlier. as terms of Footium, obviously they're going to continue doing great things and building things out, and things are probably going to look way different a couple seasons down the road. We'll see what they got cooking in their brains. I'm excited to see it. What about these players having stats and like different, like a bit like traits and abilities and stuff like that? Because that would be crazy. Because all of a sudden it's not like, okay, an academy player with like max potential, cool. But it's like, what if you took it different? Like,
Yeah.
oh, he was left-footed, right-footed. Then you're
It's
talking
a
like,
yeah, you just have more options to be able to train and more
yeah, and more options
diversity
to
and
like
strategy. Yeah.
diversify within players and like
Because it is
choosing
very
different players.
simple of like, well, this guy's a center back, he can get to 45. He's
Yeah.
exactly the same as every other center back that can get to
Yep.
45.
Yeah.
So it is very simple in that way.
Which is
Yeah, I
fine,
mean,
which I
think it
don't
would be
hate.
fun.
For
Yeah,
someone
I
like
think
me, that's
yeah,
great. But
makes it easier.
yeah.
I think it would be fine to just, add more option, right? Like
All right.
football manager's
Diversify the
fun.
players a little bit more.
Football manager's fun because you can tinker with every little aspect of every single player and every single tactic. And I think eventually that's what this needs to build into.
Right.
But I don't think it has to be that, immediately.
So, no. I mean,
I
I'm
don't know.
sure they have all sorts of ideas, right? Like, sure, this isn't it. And they're like, all right, we're cool with this. Like, that's it. Like, obviously, they're gonna keep doing cool stuff. But it's just like something that I was thinking of. Like when I first got on, like started playing around with stuff, I was like, where are the stats? Like, what? They just level up? I was like, oh, all right.
Yeah.
Which is
You
like,
don't level like in Madden, you like level up and then like it's a random draw of like what you might level up, like which specific stat you might level
oh,
up.
really?
So like everybody levels up, but like they level up in slightly different ways based on like how you choose to do it. I think going back to this, I've just been looking at this as we've been talking.
Yeah.
I think this is a Division 4 team that's winning and moving up to Division 3.
Oh,
That seems a little unrealistic. But a Division 5 team that is moving up to Division 4, that seems more doable.
oh, so we can still hang in Division
So
5.
I kind of feel like Div 5, at least right now, Div 5 feels like an okay goal, maybe, if you really want to win. But like I said, this is only going to get harder as these seasons go on and the player pool matures. So, yeah, just
That's always the fun thing. Like everybody's at the beginning trying to figure out what the heck is going on, and nobody knows what. And then all the optimal strategies and all the meta starts playing out, and people start chasing, and then you got the anti-meta to counter the meta, which then turns up being the meta, and then the meta switches again.
Yeah.
Then you got metas on metas on metas. I love TCGs.
Oh, Mark Zuckerberg.
Who? I do want those glasses though. I'm not gonna lie. They got me. They got me. They freaking got me. Chris, we're about like 50 minutes. Do you have anything else? Anything else you want to hit on? Anything that's been floating around that Footium brain of yours?
Yeah. I mean, I definitely want to, talk to more people, get more opinions about what's going on, but I'm excited for the season to wrap up. We see if we can snag third place tomorrow.
That'd be sick.
So tune in.
Emergency podcast.
Yeah, I mean it'll be during work, so I won't really be able to do that much. But yeah, I mean it'll be very interesting to see if our strategy paid off and we just got to train a bunch of guys for free and ended up third anyway, or if we kind of messed up and dropped down to fourth for no reason. You live and you learn. Who knows?
Hey, but your players will be better.
Our players next year, like we should have the best team in the league, and it shouldn't be that close unless like some really good teams drop down from Div 7. Also, can somebody in the chat maybe, how do they determine who drops from Div 7 into Div 8? Because like there's 4 spots that drop and only 2 spots go up. So like obviously there's half as many leagues, but like are we guaranteed to get like Division 7 number or league like 63 or whatever it is? Like is each league matched up to another league? Or is it like, just anybody from Div 7 is going to fall out of the sky and you just like get what you get? Like, who knows? Like,
like, can you like, yeah.
So for example, if Farkin gets promoted and then they get dropped right back down, do they come back down into my league?
You would be so pissed.
Oh, I hate those guys. Get them out of here. Get them out of here with their freaking 40 player. Like, this is like a Division 6 team, you know? What is this? Mid-30s
Stanley's not kind at all.
5 players?
He is not a kind man.
He hasn't even played all year. He's 19 years old. He hasn't unlocked anything.
He doesn't even need that good player.
God.
Thomas says there's a link between leagues for promotion at least. So.
Okay.
Yeah. He went to the same D6 league as previous winners and winner from last season. So.
Okay. So maybe there is a link, which is kind of probably bad, but
there's some correlation.
I don't know. I definitely want to like start scouting who the teams is going to drop into my league because like I feel like that's my competition. Like if I'm going to be playing against 2 more of these like freaking 40 player deep teams that are going to score 100 goals in 20 games, then I might go put some more money in and we might see some action.
Oh, we're talking about putting more money in, Chris.
See if we can compete. But yeah, I'm excited. What are you thinking?
Yeah, dude, I'm excited, man. Now that I kind of know what's going on, and now that I'm really mad that my team sucks, we're gonna make some moves.
Oh God, are you gonna change your formation?
I haven't thought that far yet. See, dude, I'm playing the 4-2-3-1, man. Little Orlando City ball. I'm playing the formation I know, baby. What does Poppy say?
You're
Trust
trying
the
to
process.
be Poppy. You're
trying to be Poppy. Trust the process. Ugly soccer, but it gets results. Okay,
that makes sense. That makes sense. Why you're in 6th. That's
right.
That's
right. Hey, we started off the season rough. We said trust the process. Okay, these are our guys. This is our team. Trust the process. What did we do? We almost scraped our way into 5th. We almost scraped our way into the money, and that's only season 1, baby. We're gonna build.
Can we rename your team Orlando City Light? Orlando B.
No, it's Blockchain City, bro.
Blockchain City. There you go.
It's Blockchain City. No, yeah, no. I'm excited. I'm excited to make some moves. I'm excited for this off season. I'm excited.
I'm excited to get stadiums that you can customize to get like advantages.
Speaking of the future,
that sounds like fun.
Yeah, there is a. Forget what game it was. It was like an old baseball game, like way back in the day, like 2005 maybe. Ooh. And like you like the whole like little dynasty thing. You could like start at a small park, and then you could like choose the concessions and sell merch and stuff like that. And you like slowly built up your stadium like as you went. I have been looking for that my entire life since. All right, and I'm not going back and paying a 2005 baseball game, but that is what I want. Let me like. The more you win, the more money you get in, the like ticket sales. Then you could like.
They were talking about corporate partnerships where like you could put on your stadium like a real company, like have the company. Like that's sick. I would love that.
Like that is what I've been craving for years since my childhood.
Dude Wipes gonna be on everybody's stadium. Just it's Dude Wipes.
Dude Wipes and Manscaped all day, baby.
Dude Wipes International Stadium. You heard it here first.
No, y'all Footium. I'm just saying, you got an opportunity. Just cut me in, dude. I just need like 1%, bro. I ain't greedy, bro. I'm just all about income coming from all over the place. Don't worry, I got you.
Diversify.
Yeah, I gotta diversify my portfolio. That's what the game's about.
Yeah. Exactly.
Anyway, dude, this has been fun. Another hour, episode 2 of Footium in the Stage. Shout out to the people that are hanging out in the chat. Yeah, if you're still watching, bro, you can hang out in the chat. Join the conversation, be a part of the conversation, do all that fun stuff. We'll be back with all of Chris's winnings as he pulls cash in his first season of Footium. I will be back to update you on the terrible moves that I will probably make, but hey, at least I'll have fun. All right. At least I'll have fun. And we'll see you guys next week. You know, we'll be out here on the content streets. Oh, the friends you make along the way. We'll be on the Twitters. This will be on YouTube soon. And come talk to us about some Footium. Just come laugh at us at how ignorant we are about this game. But hey, we're getting there. Trust the process, baby. On the way to Division 5. Let's go.
Is there a Division 9 by Mom?